Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to go over just how to use VHDL and Logisim if you're at all interested. It's pretty fun, honestly, because you can visualize things real time, just like you do with normal circuits. VHDL can also be simulated here. The first thing you do is you just write up some VHDL that you want to test. You click validate to make sure that everything's updated. You go back to your main circuit and you can drag it out. You'll see that all the inputs and outputs are automatically read once you click that validate there. And you can pass in wires and stuff just like you normally would to any component, which is pretty cool. So we'll do that now. So we got a couple inputs, a couple outputs, and again the outputs can be whatever. Basically I've got an AND gate here written in VHDL, and also just like a random clock signal to show you that it actually is doing something. So the first thing you need to remember is that you need to make sure that you put the path for the Questa Advanced Simulator. I'm on Linux, but you should be able to do this based on the lab instructions from the beginning of the class. Once you have that done, you can just make sure everything's on auto propagate. You can also turn on auto tick if you have a clock at all. You can change how fast that goes, so maybe I'll make it go twice as fast, 2 times per second. Now you see nothing's happening. You see like there's this red stuff. It says that there's an error. Well, that's because we need to turn on our simulator for VHDL. So what we do is we click VHDL simulation enable, and there you go. So now we can see our clock signal is flowing through our test circuit, and when we do our 2 things here, we get an AND gate, which is exactly what our test circuit here was doing. We have a wire that just connects the input clock to the output, and then we have an AND gate. So you can very clearly see that if you wanted to build something very large, this would be really cool because you can actually poke it and see what happens. Clearly this isn't the best way to test things. That's the reason why we use test benches, to systematically test different types of inputs. But this is a cool way to just start prototyping with a circuit. And honestly, it's pretty fun to be able to see, and get the intuition that VHDL, like what VHDL is actually doing, right? Because it's just describing your circuit, just no matter how complex it might look. All right, that's about it. Thanks.